Okay, so I've got those pieces, those pieces. Okay. Excuse me. Okay, that's pinky. That's ring, that's index. No, that's not it. Where's the middle finger? This one? Yep, there it is. Windows 10 support has ended. Thank you. Okay, where's my pipe cutter? Oh, there it is. All right. How many gloves worth do I want to do? Do 3 gloves worth, should I? Yeah, let's do that. So I need 12 fingertips. So I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 8, 9, 10. Okay, 10. $11, $12. Okay. Okay, let me throw on a glove here. I'm doing all right. I'm just cutting out some copper right now. Not actually working on a specific order. I mean, I will be, but right now I'm just trying to. I just bought some copper and I want to cut out some pipe pieces so I have some workable copper for other builds at some point. Okay, so it's this side. It's kind of hard to twist with that glove on, actually. Maybe I shouldn't put the glove on. Gosh dang it, I'm going to break that thing if I keep that up. In fact, it might have been easier without it. I just don't want to develop any blisters. So I'm wanting to just cut out 3 gloves worth of copper. I'm not going to cut the parts out themselves, but I just want to get the pipe segments cut. Okay, so there's 1 glove. For this weekend, see, I've got some photography work I need to do tomorrow evening. Before I do that, I'm going to try to get some glove work done before then. Aside from that, I don't have any plans for this weekend. What about you? Anything going on? Okay, this is going to get harder to twist. Gotta make sure not to cut myself. Okay, this piece I can set aside for a finger stall of some kind, probably a middle one based on the length of it. And then this, so this 2 more pieces. Yep, 1, 2. Fun. I wish I could do like some live stream gaming or something, but I don't have time for that. I mean, I do gaming, but just trying to set up a live stream and everything. I don't have I don't know what kind of streaming you're talking about, but if I wanted to do like game streaming or whatnot, I don't have a setup for that right now. All right, so I need 3 index stalls. Okay, that's this piece here. That I need all PC games. What do you like to play? I think didn't we talk about this once before? But I don't retain information. Didn't you say you like Battlefield or something? Was that you? Okay. Okay, so there's that. All right. These are basically pieces of copper for like Hero / Avenger glove builds. It's just I want to get some parts ready to go. So when I start to work on those again. Oh, that's right. Yeah, I remember I was talking about that. I mean, I'm pretty certain I'm going to be. I don't know if you saw on my Facebook page. I don't know who's who. Um, but the price increase announcement for the Hero and Avenger gloves, those just there has to be more incentive on those gloves for me to dedicate more time to them. So I'll probably make the official announcement sometime soon. All right, those are the index stalls. This is the ring finger. Here's the middle finger. I need to clean my desk badly. All right. Okay. I apologize if I don't know, because a lot of people, um, you know, their YouTube name, I don't, unless I know you personally, like you're a close friend of mine, oftentimes it's like I don't know who's who, especially if they use a different name on YouTube versus Facebook, and it's like, yeah. Anyway, so I apologize if, like, I don't know who's commenting. So, okay, let's do that. It's hard to keep everybody straight, This is one thing I miss about using sheet copper is I could buy a whole 10-foot sheet and just cut it into strips and cut the strips down into little pieces that I can just keep stored away somewhere. And when I'm ready to work on a glove, yeah, Stephen Wilson, yeah, I can see. I can see that. I had to look at it. But I miss being able to just go to a drawer and just snag a piece of copper and just get right to work on a new piece. Having to cut a pipe segment out, soften it, split it in half, flatten it, then cut the piece out. It's like, but the quality of copper and the pipe is just so much better than sheet copper, especially on fingertips, because when sheet copper heats up, sheets are cheaper. Because a sheet of copper, generally, I'm trying to remember the last time it was close to like $300 or $400, like $400 or $500 but it's like 3 feet wide and 10 feet long. And I can get dozens and dozens of gloves out of a sheet of copper. And, but a pipe, like a 10-foot segment of pipe, I mean, I honestly don't know how many I can get out of a segment of pipe. I'm trying to think. Because so far, this segment, this is half a segment, because I cut it in half, so this was like roughly a 5-foot piece. I have cut out 2 fingertips, 3 index stalls, 3 middle stalls. I'm going to do 3 ring finger stalls, then 3 pinky stalls, and that will maybe take up to about here, I'm guessing, maybe about here. So, and if I included these two, how much does that? Sorry, I know I've calculated this before. I forget how many gloves I can get out of a 10-foot. Because if I bought 10, is it cheaper? I just wish I knew how many pieces of copper I could get out of a sheet. I know I've got it like a template on my computer where I've broken it down. As to how many pieces I can get out of a sheet, but I don't remember what the number is. But I'm pretty certain I can get several more gloves worth out of a sheet of copper. But the problem is sheet copper, when you anneal it or when you soften it, like when you're brazing the blades, it has to get red hot for the brazing material to liquefy. And yeah, that's long overdue. But anyway, what was I saying? Oh, when you're brazing blades, the copper has to basically be glowing red. And when you heat sheet copper up to that level, it gets really flimsy. Like it gets almost like rubber. And there's just more rigidity. I mean, granted, copper pipe also gets soft and malleable, but not to the extent that sheet copper does. There's just the alloy makeup for copper pipe. Copper pipe is meant to be hardened to withstand, water pressure. So it's got to have a lot more rigidity to it, whereas sheet copper is more, like construction, like sheet paneling or something like that, but it's not meant to withstand pressure. It's not to be put under pressure. And so copper pipe is a much stronger material than sheet copper. And yeah. But sheet copper is so much easier to work with. And you can, yeah, I just miss being able to get a big old 10-foot sheet and cut it into segments. Like I used to just cut it into strips, and then I would just cut the strips into, let's see, would sheet copper be good for the back of the hand plates? Maybe on some gloves, yes, but the gloves that I make are part 1s and part 2s, and that has a brass back plate. I think there's only one glove that has a copper back plate, and I think that was the Versus glove. I think that's an all copper glove, if I'm not mistaken. Because all the other gloves prior to that, the part 1, part 2, part 3, part 4, part 5, part 6, all of them have brass back plates, and then the copper fingers. But I think the part 1/part 2 is the only glove that was built using copper pipe. All the other gloves were sheet copper. So, anyway. I'm on the ring fingers now. But, you know, it's just cutting up a sheet of copper is a lot easier than doing pipe. But I think copper pipe looks better when it's weathered. See, is that slightly shorter? Just a tad. Hey, look at that. That is almost right on. Well, I do have this other pipe segment here, so I only need to cut out one ring finger piece. One more, this one. I don't know. Okay, well, there's the ring fingers. Okay, now pinky. Pinky fingers. Where's the pinky template? Right here. Gosh, I keep setting it aside. It's like, no, I need to hold on to this so I can mark the other pieces. All right. Okay, last piece. Then I'll have segments for 3 gloves cut out. That's just the segments. Still have to cut the pieces out. Okay, there's that. A little worse for wear. All right, that's let me put on a different torch. Let's see, that wouldn't fit on there anyway. Nope. All right. Okay, so let's soften this up. 2. These are going to get smoky because these have like remnants of labels on them. So the glue is going to smoke. Try that again, shall we? Yes. Okay. Well, I'm in the garage live streaming right now, so I'll look at it. Okay. Okay. All right. Bye. Love the sound of quenching the copper. It's kind of cool. It feels cool too. I can feel it through the pliers. It gives off kind of like this vibration. This is fun, but necessary. Okay, it's 3 fingertips, so let me do a set of lower stalls. I'll probably just hold on with the copper from now on. I used to watch Brian Sills. He used to just set his copper on the head of the torch like that, but mine seem to keep wanting to fall off, so I'll probably just hold it. It's not a problem. That's a middle stall. This is a ring stall. Okay. All right. So that's one glove worth. So let me, where's my drying rag? So I'll use my die press. I gotta flatten the piece out first before I get to that point. Okay, so this is a pinky stall. All right, let's look at the inside. Let's cut it there. And my mallet is hanging up. You know, like a good mallet should be. I don't know if you know this, but I actually use the inside of the copper pipe. That becomes the surface of my gloves, like the exposed surface, because, you know, through manufacturing and stuff like that, the outside of the copper pipe can get scratches and blemishes and other things like that. But the inside is pretty much untouched out of the factory. And so that's why I like to use the inside of the copper as opposed to the excise, really, exterior of the pipe. So spiders in my handle. It's just becoming annoying on my shoulder. Just marking the holes where the rivets go. Where did that piece go? No, where did you go? Oh, not important. Oh, there it is. It's under my shoe. My puncher is right there. Okay, pinky finger. That quick. Of course, I need to clean it up, you know, get rid of the burring on it and stuff, but I don't have my grinder out right now, so. Okay, next up is ring finger. Not used to seeing myself with no hair. That'll take some time to get used to visually. So this is the ring stall. Let's see. Actually, you know what? I'm going to trim this off just a little bit. What am I doing? Goodness. Okay. Be careful, there's a splinter on this one. Don't want it to stab me like that. And last but not least, index finger. Always underestimate, or should I say overestimate? No, underestimate how long it takes me to cut the parts out with my cheaper gloves. I always think, oh, I can get several gloves worth done in an hour. Well, I'm already pushing an hour, and I don't even have one glove done yet. That's why I miss sheet copper sometimes, because I would be really far along now with sheet copper. But, oh well. I guess I also have to factor in the amount of time it takes for me to cut out, hold on, the strips if I were using sheet copper. My index finger template. Oh, it's under other stuff, shockingly. Okay, there's 4 lower stalls. Where's my plier? Once I get all the pieces of this glove cut out, it would be interesting to go and compare it to one of my other live streams to see how long it took me to get all the pieces cut out for a template glove. All right, let's just go down the line here. Let's just do this one. Whoop. Oh, there it is. A little peg came out. Not going to be live streaming a lot tonight. Just wanted to hop on for a bit. I haven't had dinner yet. My wife's been asking, what about dinner? So this isn't going to be very long. Plus, I feel like I have to go to the bathroom. My bladder is calling. Whew. My bladder is barking. Yeah. braise it in there or something. Or invest in a power press. These pants are falling apart. Gotta throw them away. The knee, I can see my skin through the knee. This last piece, and then I'll call it good for now. One, I'm hungry. Two, I gotta go to the bathroom. And being middle-aged, the urge to go is stronger than when you're younger. TMI, right? I don't have prostate problems, okay? Boy, that got personal real quick. All right. Okay. Granted, I need to mark the holes on these, but I at least have 4 fingertips and 4 lower stalls. So did it all in 1 hour and 6 minutes. But that was just because I also have already cut all the other pipe segments. So anyway, so before I wet myself on camera, I'm gonna call it good there for now. So thanks for keeping me company in the meantime, and until next time, take care of you and yours. Take care, guys.